everybody. This is Johnnie Geathers. Welcome to another JG Mental Health Fridays. I hope all of you having a great day so far and you just got your day started. I hope you have a great day. Today, I will be talking about intergenerational trauma. And intergenerational trauma is trauma that is passed down through generations. And I want to give you some examples of what are some, different aspects of intergenerational trauma that most people see in their own homes and within their families. One is abuse. So with abuse, we already know abuse is in different forms. There's physical abuse, sexual abuse, emotional abuse, and when we look at intergenerational trauma, we see that abuse is being passed down to generations. So say for example, say if your great grandmother was, emotionally abused by a family member, and then your great grandmother passed it down to your grandmother, and then your grandmother passed it down to your mother, and then your mother passed it down to you. And the reason why it's being passed down in those ways because it's became a norm to say that okay, this emotional abuse is what we go through on a family basis, and this is a family tradition that we all had to go through to make it, to keep strong and to keep the family connected. But we already know that that particular abuse is an aspect of trauma, and that's not just boosted the family, but it's affected the family. Another example of intergenerational trauma is sexual assault. So this is where there's someone in the family that is even, it don't have to be to the point that it's like so deep. Well, it could be deep, but the main thing is, so say if one of, like, an uncle had touched, one of the family members, and then that particular family member touched another family member, and then that family member touched you and stuff. And like I said before, with that, they think that it's a common thing because everyone went through it, and it's like a rite of passage, but it's more so of trauma. Another example of intergenerational trauma, in which we don't really look at it in that way because we think of it as a way of, of getting a child right, which is, physical punishment. So we already know growing up, we so used to getting whoopings with a belt, a switch, anything in that nature. But we've got to realize that with that being passed down from generation to generation, that creates intergenerational trauma as well because it's causing an impact. So with intergenerational trauma, the main three things that could come out of it that can affect an individual is one, PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress disorder. Another one is anxiety, and the other one is depression. So we know with PTSD, with post-traumatic stress disorder, that's basically when an individual actually experienced something or they have triggers to something that they already experienced and it causes an impact within their daily functioning. Anxiety is where you are worried and nervous about what's going to happen next due to past experiences or what you think is going to happen because of what you witnessed already. And then depression, it's just that you just get that, sunken place of sadness and hurt because of experiencing the trauma that you see within your own eyes, within your family. So the coping exercise I want to leave you with today when it comes to intergenerational trauma is to notice and acknowledge the pattern. Most of the times, most people don't really acknowledge the pattern because they're so used to it and they don't want to say nothing because of the fact that they don't want to mess the family nor they don't want to mess the family dynamic, but they see it. But what you have to do is acknowledge the pattern. And once you acknowledge the pattern, you could be able to recreate the narrative. So you are able to change the narrative and, to break the cycle. So for example, say if your mom was a person that got abused, a lot as a kid, and they said, you know what, with me having kids on my own, I'm not going to do what I had that was done to me as a child. I'm going to just recreate the narrative and just give my child a proper discipline and everything, and a different form of discipline because I don't want to bring on the trauma that I went through into their lives and things of that nature. So noticing and acknowledging the pattern so you can be able to recreate the narrative. And that's all I want to leave you with today. If you have any words or topics that you want me to address on JG Mail on Fridays, you can contact me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to check out the videos on there. Also, go to my website through Wix to check out the videos on there. learn more about me, check out the podcast episodes I've been a part of, check out articles I did for Healthy Living Magazine, and ways to connect with me for speaking engagements and other opportunities. Speaking of speaking engagements, I have an event that will be happening on September 26th with Civic and Moral Sorority Incorporated at Duquesne University. I'm looking forward to that event to just talk about the aspects of mental health and, just share knowledge and wisdom to, the students on that campus. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. But as always, I love y'all. I appreciate all of you for your love and support. And now I'm going to leave you with the closing message. Reflect on the positives, plan ahead, and relax. RPR. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Be well. Be blessed. And peace.